I'm going to turn these cute little wooden apples into earrings inspired by the apples from Fantastic Mr. Fox. And the first thing I'm going to do is just pop these stems off. I sanded them down and poked some holes in their place, which we're going to insert the eye pins into later on. I also used a thumbtack to poke those holes because I didn't have anything else. Next, I think I'm going to paint them a more orangey shade of red because this is just way too dark. I'm just going to scuff them up a little bit. Yeah, this is a much better color. And I think I might just do one coat. It looks kind of neat with that darker red showing through. Alright, so I ended up just doing 2 coats, which I think looks pretty good. So now I'm going to go in with this thumbtack and a little bit of gold paint. Because just like in the movie, these apples look fake, but at least they've got stars on them. While they're drying, I'm going to work on adding the leaves to the apples, which I think I'm just going to break off with this old broken brooch that I have. Then for the stems, I didn't have any gold screw eyes, so instead I just took this gold wire and looped both of the ends. I cut them off, and now I'm just going to glue them into the holes that we made earlier. Now I'm just going to glue the leaves on top, seal them all up, add our little hooks. And here are our Fantastic Mr. Fox apple earrings all done. I really love how they turned out. Definitely very fun and whimsical. I also did go back and add a little bit more paint on the leaf to add some dimension. They are so stinking cute. And I just love making accessories from movies and stuff that you don't have to understand what it's from to appreciate them. Like, you can look at these and be like, oh, they're cute little apples with stars on them. And they're also just perfect to wear for fall. I'm obsessed with them. Absolutely love them. Currently, I've been dealing with the indescribable pain that comes with losing one of your favorite pairs of earrings. And I think I'm finally toward the end of the grieving process where I can finally try to fill the void by making a new pair. You're probably thinking, oh, just buy another pair, easy fix. I can't do that. This leaf originally was a part of these like 60s maybe clip-on earrings. There was a clip attached to the back of the leaf and they clipped onto your ears like this. So when I converted these into the fishhook earrings, I also took the leaf and made them their own individual pair of earrings. So now I need a new pair of lime green leaf-shaped earrings to fill the void. And after scouring all of the internet, these are the closest ones I could find. You're probably like, oh, just make a mold of the other one. No, I can't do that. It won't be the same. So when I got these leaf pendants, it actually came with 2 pairs. So the first pair I'm going to paint lime green, to match the originals. But then I thought for the second pair, what if I paint them like a dark orange to go with all my fall themed outfits? I'm going to start by taking the leaves and sanding down both sides. I mixed up a paint color that I think looks pretty close to the original color of the earrings. Then I mixed up this nice kind of rusty orange for the other pair. After a few coats of paint, we can seal them up with some Mod Podge. Add all the hardware. And here's our leaf earrings all done. They kind of remind me of Animal Crossing a little bit. Here's the orange ones. I really like them. I think I might even wear them to Thanksgiving or something. They're super cute. And then here's the green. I put the original down here to compare it to. They definitely look very similar. They'll get the job done. I think they'll be a very suitable replacement. Best part, they fit both my looks. You got grandma and an 8-year-old boy. I found myself in a silly, goofy mood this morning, so we're gonna make some Baby Bell cheese earrings. I found these earrings at a vintage clothing store last month, just knowing I could make something with them, and here we are. We're just gonna straight up glue one of these wrappers onto the earrings. I'm gonna try out with some Mod Podge first. I'm just sticking it on top and then trying my best to smooth out all of the edges. Now just using the tip of my glue gun to smooth out the wrapper to get it to lay flat while also gluing it down. Now to hide the mess we made in the back, I cut out these pieces of paper that I painted to cover it up. And I did think about painting these little pieces of the earring to look like a naked Baby Bell cheese. I just thought the red really matched to look more cohesive, but I don't know, you all let me know what you think. Then I'm just gonna seal them all up and assemble them back together. If y'all remember the cheese wax frogs I made like 2 years ago, they're still holding up somehow. I've grown too attached to ever throw them away. But anyway, our cheese earrings are finally done. Y'all! The only thing is that there are a few air bubbles. I tried my hardest, y'all, but it just happened. They're still cute, okay? But yeah, I absolutely love them. I'm obsessed.
How the gentle wind beckons through the leaves as autumn.
McDonald's will make you fat. They serve Big Macs. They serve quarter pounders. They will put pounds on you. Rock and roll McDonald's. Rock and roll McDonald's. Rock and roll McDonald's.
I'm going to show you all how I made this Garfield necklace using this old Garfield fridge magnet. So we're going to make another one. First, we got to remove these old, super crusty suction cups. And because this magnet is so old and crusty, the glue just kind of gives and pops right off. These were clear at one point. Delicious. I'm also going to pry the little magnet out. Maybe. There we go. I'm going to grab 2 eye pins, trim them down. I'm going to glue them into the little holes left by the suction cups. Then I cut out 2 pieces of chain and we're going to attach it all together with some jump rings. Starting with his little hands. This is very hard to do. Okay. There. Don't forget the clasp. You can also add a pin back to where the magnet was, like I did on my first one, so I could take the chain off and wear it as a brooch if I wanted to, but I'm just going to leave this one as a necklace. And bam! He's done. And there you go. This is your sign to go find some fridge magnets and make some funky jewelry out of them. You all loved when I upcycled this old Garfield magnet into this necklace, so let's do the same thing using one of these Crayola magnets from 1988. And I know you all are going to tell me to turn these into earrings, but I actually got one of these and decided it was too cute to turn into a necklace, so I got a separate one so I can keep this one on my shelf. First, I made 2 holes on either side of the magnet. Then I grabbed 2 eye pins, trimmed them down to size. Then you're just going to glue them into the holes and try not to notice how uneven they are. It adds character, okay? We'll say that. But now we're going to measure and cut the chain. I'm using the length of my Garfield for reference. Then you're going to grab 4 teeny tiny jump rings and any kind of clasp. Then I'm going to attach a jump ring to each end of both of the chains. And to one of those ends, you're also going to attach your clasp. Now to join the 2 chains, all you're going to do is loop them on either side of the magnet on those eye pins. Okay, and done. And here it is, the final product, our crayon necklace. Yeah, I'm absolutely going to be wearing this all the time. And in case you didn't know, I also made these earrings out of Hallmark's 2021 Crayola ornaments, so now they match. Y'all ever wake up in the morning thinking, I want to forge for my own jewelry today because look at this itty bitty walnut I found outside. He's just so precious, we got to make a necklace out of him. I mean, look at him compared to the other halves in my backyard. He obviously hasn't been eating his vegetables. But that's okay, let's go make him into a necklace. So we may have accidentally chipped it while trying to drill a hole, but it's fine. I got these little heart-shaped bails. We'll glue it on top just like that, and no one will even know. No one will know. Just don't tell anyone. I also made some like makeshift stain with a marker, and I'm using that to kind of make the color a bit more rich. Okie doke, now we're just sealing it all in. I have it drying in this paper towel roll. Now for the necklace, I'm going to use some leather cord. So I tied a couple knots, and then I'm also cutting apart these thimble charms to use the dimpled part to make little cuffs on the cord. And lastly, now we're just going to add the hardware. And done. And here it is, it's all done, our walnut necklace. It's gonna look so cute to wear in the fall. All from an itty bitty walnut I found in my backyard. I think that serves as a great reminder for everyone that you can sometimes find beauty and joy in even the littlest things. I'm gonna turn some fun thrifted trinkets into some cute jewelry. I get asked all the time where I got these 2 necklaces, and they're both actually made out of fridge magnets. I'll make another one with this cute little telephone magnet. First, if there weren't already holes in the fridge magnet already like this one, I usually would just poke holes in it. I think this magnet is made out of some type of resin, so it's gonna be really hard to poke a hole in, so I'm just gonna glue the chain on. I could not pry that magnet off for the life of me, so we're just gonna have to live with it. I know you all must be curious about this Barbie foot. I found it in a bag of my mom's old toys. I don't know what happened. It's a mystery. I just think it's weird and funny, so we're going to turn it into a necklace. First, I squished a little bead cap so that it fits perfectly over the top. I'm going to put the cap through this eye pin and then poke it through the top. And I'm also going to turn this little cameo brooch into a necklace. All I'm going to do is just add a chain. I'm just using a jump ring to attach the chain within like the little holes there. And I also have this mini teapot, tea kettle thing that I wanted to turn into a necklace too. So I'm just attaching 2 chain pieces to the handle. And lastly, I want to turn these little guys into earrings. Y'all were telling me they were cats. They have the round ears. They look like mice to me. I'm going to call them mice. Just attaching the little earring pieces through the loop of their tail. Now I'm just adding clasps on all of the necklaces. And here's all the jewelry we made. Obviously, we got to try it on. Okay, so here's the foot. Goes hard. As does the telephone. Definitely gonna wear this one a lot. And the little cameo, perfect for springtime. And y'all, I think this one, the little kettle thing, I think that one's my favorite. It's definitely giving Over the Garden Wall vibes. And then also here are the mice earrings. Kittens, whatever they are, they're super cute too. I love everything. Yeah, this is your sign. Go turn all your trinkets into funky jewelry. Do it! In case you didn't know, you can turn almost any small object, trinket, toy, knickknack, whatever, and turn it into jewelry, which is what we're going to do today. I get asked about these 2 necklaces all the time. I wear them in videos a lot. They are straight up just fridge magnets that I attach chains to. It's so easy. Watch this. So here's another fridge magnet that I thrifted, right? You're going to grab some eye pins, trim them down, stick them on there with some super glue. Then you can add a couple chains on there, a clasp, and then look at that. You got a super stinking cute little necklace. You don't have to just use fridge magnets. I thrifted a bunch of these little counting bears that I want to make into a necklace too. So ideally you would use screw eyes if you need to screw it into something plastic, but I didn't have any, so I had to burn holes in their poor little hands. I'm an absolute monster, I know. Okay, but watch, I'm going to link them together with some jump rings, and now they're all holding hands. I added some more chains, and look at them. They're so cute. If you want to get real heckin' fancy with it, instead of using chain, you could use some leather cord. I've never used this stuff before, but I'm going to pretend like I know what I'm doing. For this one, I'm going to use the pendant off of this Crayola stamp keychain that my aunt found for me out thrifting, because just look how neat it is. I cut a piece of the cord, and then I secured the pendant in place with a slip. And then I'm going to add these little crimp closures on each of the ends. I'm also adding super glue to them just to be safe because like I said, I have no idea what I'm doing. But after that, all you gotta do is pop on your jump rings and a clasp. And then you got yourself a cute little necklace with more of a rustic vibe. Perfect for fall, you guys. And remember, you're not just limited to necklaces either. I took some little mice toys and made them into earrings a while back, and they're super cute too. So overall, super fun activity. I recommend.
I can deal with vampires, I can deal with werewolves and all sorts of other things, but clowns? Why has it gotta be clowns?
Are clowns anyone's thing? Like, no one likes clowns.
I find clowns delightful.
Oh, this is cute! I love this kind of stuff. Look at holes.